Hey there, welcome guys. Tony Porter, Tabletop Baseball Digest, and it's Deep Drive 1975. What I decided to do was replay the 75 World Series as close to what it was as I can. And we're going to be playing, this game is played at Fenway. I believe the first game is at Fenway. And we will bring it up on our computer to make sure. But at Fenway, we've got lefties are 0 to 7, and righties are 0 to 7s for home runs when you roll on the ballpark card. And the ballpark card comes up quite often, and it's an integral part of this game. So it's good to kind of look at the card itself and just have a general sense of what it is. This one happens to be equal on both sides. All right, and let's go to, let's see, let me grab the World Series real quick just to have it accessible. Let me do it through Google. No. All right, we're right about to start. Let me just, let me see. 75 World Series. Okay. All right, so let me just double check, make sure. Yeah, Red Sox were home. And let's start it up. So let me grab, this is ultimately what you need to play this game. Let me show you. More than anything, you know, a set of rules is always good to have around, but you need this chart right here. It goes from 0 to 39, then actually it's 0039, it goes to 43, and then it goes from 44 to 99. I don't know why it says to 39. That doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, that's a typo. It goes from 00 to 43, and then it goes to 44 to 99. All right, this is what you need to play the game. And of course the rules on the side, but I pretty much have been playing for a couple weeks now, so I know the rules decently. And let's get started. Let's look at some of these cards. These cards are super nice, super easy to read. Now this game is no more complicated than an APA basic or a Stratomatic basic, Status Pro. Here's Pete Rose, Joe Morgan. Now these are their let me get a pencil because I have a pencil here. Yeah, I'll write on these cards. 4 is above average. 3 is average. So what I do is I circle above average and make a mental note. He's an above average catcher. He's a 4. Perez is an average. Foster's got a 5. Wow, he must have committed few errors and reached a lot of balls. Another 4, another above average. So there's a lot of above average. Here's a below average in right field, Kenny Griffey. See that? And then, of course, you're going to have the Geronimo is also above average. So there's an excellent defense for the Reds. Here, Dwight Evans is going to have a 5. Doyle is below average. Yastrzemski is a 4. He's above average. Carlton Fisk is below average. Average is Lynn. Average is Petro at 3rd. Burleson's average is short. Cooper is above average at 1st, and then I don't know that after Cooper there is anybody. Let me see. I'm doing this on paper right now, just to get it started. Yeah, there's no Beniquez right now. He probably came in. I don't know why he's there. Anyway, all right, so let's play ball. Let's do that, and let's get started. I'll show you how easy and fun this game is. It plays super quick. And here goes. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. Louis Tiant, rest in peace. We'll write that on his card. R.I.P. Rest in peace, Louis Tiant. You're a great entertainer. 51, that's going to be a deep drive. And Rose is batting lefty. He's a switch hitter, right? He's batting lefty, so a left-handed batter is still going to be 0-7. So that falls within the home run range. So if it's in the ballpark, it's going to be a home run. So we're going to look in this deep drive chart right here. We're going to roll 2d10, and it's a 60, and that's going to be a drive down the line. It's a fair ball into the corner. Rose digging for second. He slides in there with a double. Leadoff double for Pete Rose. So he's at second base there. And it's going to be Joe Morgan. Steps to the plate. A lefty hitter. Batted 327. There's the pitch from Tiant. That's a 39. And an 8 will be a fly ball to left field. So we're going to do F7 for Morgan. 1 down. Johnny Bench. Right-handed hitter, 53. That's going to be another deep drive, and that 5 is going to be advantageous for the hitter. A 66 is going to be a drive over the center fielder's head, and that will score Rose. So it's 1-0. 1-0 Reds, and Bench with an RBI double stands at second base. So just like that, the Reds are on the board. Here comes Tony Perez. Pitch, and that's a 44. That'll be a 5. Hard hit ball at second base. That will allow Bench to move to third. So it's a G4. And here comes George Foster. These are like all-star teams. Nuts. The pitch, and that's a 64, which will be base on balls. So he manages a walk. So it's going to be first and third, and here comes Concepcion, the shortstop for the Reds. Steps in the box with 2 out and 2 on, and the pitch. And a 36 will be a 4 out. That's a hard hit ball to third, and he will go to second, 5-4 fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. So first inning is over, and it's 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. So I put a 1 in a line and a / and then a 2. So Red Sox are coming up against Don Gullette. See what happens. Don Gullette played with the Yankees in the late 70s. Here goes. 27. That'll be a defensive check. Let's see. 20. 20 will be in the error section, and that's a first baseman. Ooh, what do we say about... I didn't write the stuff down. Their ratings. He's a 3. So that 20 makes it a play that he gets to, a ball that he gets to. So that's going to be a G. Oh, it doesn't go there. G3. There we go. 1 away. Next is Doyle. Danny Doyle bats from the left side. Gullette winds and deals, and that's a 28. And that'll be a slow grounder to short. Shortstop charges, fires to first in time. Gets Doyle. Good play by Concepcion. All right, let's move on to Yastrzemski, another lefty. Here's the pitch, and that is a 24 this time, and that's a defensive check. And a 20, looks like a 26. We go to this chart, and it's going to be third baseman all the way to 2. Anything less than a 2, it'll be an error. So the third baseman, we are on Boston. The third baseman was Rose. What do we say Rose was? I don't remember. Rose was a 3, an average third baseman, so he will make that play. And that'll end the inning. A G5. All right, 3 up and 3 down for Don Gullette. And we go back to Tiant against Concepcion. No, Concepcion made the last out. Griffey. We'll go to Griffey. Ken Griffey. Let's do it. And that's a 43. Probably an out. 1 is popped up. Right side. Second baseman there. Doyle puts it away. Geronimo. The pitch. It's a 15. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And next is going to be Don Gullette. Now, Gullette playing the National League, so he should have a batting card. I don't know if I worried about that very much. Yeah, I don't think I did that. So what I'm going to do is just use his number. He bats AA, and then the other pitcher bats X. So Tiant will bat an X. And then Gullette will bat AA. There we go. And so Gullette is up. So here's the pitch from Tiant with 2 outs. And it's a 0-6 for Gullette, and that's going to be a ground ball base hit. So it's a single for Gullette. 2-out single. He's on at first. And we're going to go to Rose now, the top of the order. Pete Rose, switch hitter. Back on the left side. The pitch, 75, and that'll be a defensive check. And that's going to be an 80. An 80 says left field. Who's our left fielder? For Boston, the left fielder is Yaz. Yaz is 2. A 2 left fielder allows the ball. Oh no! It makes a sliding catch, a sliding tumbling catch, because that's an 80. And on a 2, he does get to the ball, so that's an F7, and that will retire the side. All right. So who's up now? That is okay. So now Fisk is going to be up. So we're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left. We go to Fisk. And Gullette winds and deals. 55. That's going to be a ground ball and through the left side for a single for Fisk. Now he is an average speed runner. I'm not going to do too much right now in this game. May not do too many, but I'm getting way faster at it. But we'll see. Fredlin's up. Runner on first, takes his lead. Gullette looks over. Now the pitch to Lynn. 85. 85 with a 7 is a fly ball left field. Right there is Foster. 1 down. Back to first goes Fisk. So Lynn flies out to left, and here's Petrocelli. Gets in the box. And he's ready. Here's the pitch from Gullette. And it's a 48. A 48 is going to be some sort of an out. That's a hard hit ball. So that's a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play. And that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. We go to top of the 3rd. So this game plays extremely fast once you get the rhythm. And you know a little bit about it. You feel confident. Pete Rose leads off. Let's do that. All right, here's the pitch from Tiant to Rose, and that's a 12. That'll be a ground ball base hit. So Rose is on. Oh, wait, Rose made an out, so it's Morgan, excuse me. And that 12 will be a base hit from Morgan, and he will try to steal. He's the 13. Tiant is a 0. The catcher bench, probably a -2. Let's see what he is. Once I know these numbers, oh, he does not have a, oh, that's Fisk. I'm sorry, why am I saying bench? Fisk, not a great catcher. He's a 0 arm. Okay, so he is a 0 arm. He's a 0 arm, a hold rating, so he's a 13. So we roll 2 dice. I don't look for a jump. I just roll 2 dice, and that's going to be a stolen base. There he goes, and the throw down, not in time. So Morgan steals second in scoring position. Move this. There we go. All right. Here's Johnny Bench. Nobody, 1 on at second base. Nobody out. Pitch from Tiant, and that's a 69. Struck him out. Big K
for Louis Tiant, the right-hander. And here is Perez, Tony Perez, with a 53. That's going to be a deep drive. This is going to be trouble. Perez has good power, and 83 is going to be off the wall. And coming around to score is bench 2-0. And that's a RBI double for Tony Perez. So they're getting to Tiant here a little bit. And next up is Foster. He walked. Here's the pitch to Foster, a 44 with a 3. And that's a hard hit ball to third base. And third baseman Petrucelli will look Foster back. No, will look Perez back. And that's 2 outs. And here comes Concepcion. Pitch from Tiant. 59, base hit. And that's going to bring Perez. Let me see. Oop. That will bring Perez around to score. I dropped the card. Drop the guard. All right. I don't even know where Foster is. Yeah. All right. So coming around to score is Perez on the single. RBI single for Concepcion. And it's 3-0. Wow. All right. Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, Ken Griffey, not the junior part. 64. That's going to be a base on balls. So that's a walk. 4 have gotten in or gotten on in this inning. One more and he loses a point. You know, for example, the points, Tiant has 13 points, Gullette has 12. So those are their pitching points, stamina points. So now it's going to be Geronimo. We've got runners on first and second now. And here is the pitch. That's a 43. That'll be an out. That's ripped and caught by the second baseman, Doyle, L4. 2 runs come in on 1, 2, 3 hits and a walk, and they leave a couple. And we move to the bottom of the third. It's going to be Burleson, Cooper, and Tiant in the bottom of the third. Gullette is finishing up with his warming pitches, and he is ready. That's an 82 and a 9. And that'll be a fly ball right field. Under it is Griffey, one away. Cooper's next. Cecil Cooper. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch, it's a 12, and that'll be a line base hit. So that's a single. F9. And then a single, and he's on at first. Not a great base stealer, only had 1, so he's not going to be doing that. Now I have my pitcher, so I'm going to try to bunt, see how that works. I have most of it in my head. 0-9, that's going to be a strikeout. So that's 2 strikes on the batter, so he will do it again. And a 0-8 will be a strikeout, so he strikes out. He bats strike 2, foul, and then... so he strikes out, runner on first, and here's the top of the order. It's Dwight Evans. Pitch to Dwight Evans, and that's going to be a 32 with a 1, and that's popped up. If it's even, it's the catcher, so it's a pop-up to the catcher. And that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, and we've gotten through 3 so far. Geronimo leads off. Actually, no, Geronimo made the last out. It is Gullette who leads off. And that's a 21, which will be a strikeout. Now it's the top of the order again. Pete Rose comes up. They're reading red, white, and green. 53, that's going to be a deep drive, and a 5 is 11, and that's a drive down the corner, and that caroms off the wall. And chasing after it is Yaz. And into third base with a triple will be Pete Rose. A 1-out triple for Rose, so he is 90 feet away with another run. And they got some offense, so the infield's going to be in here, so you learn how to do that. 73, and that's going to be a defense result. 74. 5 will be to the shortstop, and that's going to be knocked down by the shortstop. The run will score. So yeah, so that's what that is. And it's an RBI, another RBI, 4-0. And here's Johnny Bench, pitch from Tiant. 70, and that's a strikeout. Checks his swing. They check with the first base umpire, and he went around. That's out number 2. Morgan may try to steal. Let's take a look. And there he goes. He is 11. He got up to 13. He is safe. Stolen base. All right. And Perez now. Pitch from Tiant with a 63, and that's going to be ball 4. He walks him. So Tiant's really struggling. But Tiant can go a long distance, so maybe he'll settle down. Let's see what happens. So Perez gets to first. We got first and second, and it's George Foster. Pitch to Foster, 14. That's a base hit single. Now Morgan should be super fast, so he should have a chance to score. There are 2 outs. So Morgan is just average, but he becomes fast now. So we're going to roll for him to score. Let's see what we roll. And it's a 82, 86. I got to look at that now. So that's on the choice chart. The choice chart says 86 roll. If he's fast, he scores. So another base hit. Foster with another base hit that drives in a run for the Reds. And Perez will stop at second. And now it is Concepcion. Pitch. And it's a 27 and a 9. And that'll be a shallow fly ball. Right field. Racing in is Evans. And Evans comes up with it. F9, and that retires the side. But they score a couple. 2 more runs on 1, 2, 3 hits and a walk. They leave a couple. And the score now is 5. 5-0. Up comes Doyle, Yaz, and Fisk. Doyle, Yaz, and Fisk. Here it is. An 87. That'll be on the pitcher's side with that 6. It's a hard hit ground ball to Concepcion. And he gets him at first, 1 way. Yastrzemski's next. Pitch to Yaz. That's a 69, it looks like. And that's going to be a check swing. But they ring him up. Third base umpire rings him up. That's 2 away. And here's Carlton Fisk, the pitch. And that 80 with a 1 is going to be popped up right side. First baseman Perez calling. He makes the catch, and that's 3 up, 3 down here in the 4th. We go to the 5th. If we could only get through quick innings with the Reds, it will go much quicker. But it's not a race, but we just kind of don't want to dilly-dally too much. Here is Ken Griffey, and it's Geronimo and Gullette. Pitch. And it's an 85. It's off the pitcher. A 4 is a bounce to the short. Easy play for Burleson. 1 down. Next up is Geronimo. And Geronimo with a 78 and a 2, and that is a bounce to the first to Cooper. He takes it himself. 2 down, and here comes the pitcher. Don Gullette with a 0-0. That's a deep drive for Gullette. And that's an 89, and that's going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to roll to the wall. Cruising into second base is Don Gullette with a double. 2-out double for Gullette from his deep drive card. Here is Luis Tiant to Pete Rose, 24. And that's a defense check with a 64. And a 64 will be a third baseman check. Our third baseman is Petrocelli. And what did we say Petrocelli was? At third, just average. He is average. And a 64 will allow an average third baseman to get it. And that'll end the inning. So it is a G5 for Rose. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning now. It is Lynn leading off. Fred Lynn. Jim Rice, I think, is injured in this World Series. Lynn, Petrocelli, and Burleson. Here's the pitch from Gullette. And that's a 0-2. That's a deep drive. And that's a 32, which will be a drive that hits off the wall and caroms away from the center fielder. Heading for third is Lynn, and he's in there with a triple. So Fred Lynn leads off the bottom of the, what was that? The bottom of the 5th. With a triple. Petrocelli's up next. They're going to let the run score. They're playing back. Here's the pitch. It's an 82 and a 4. It's a slow ground ball. Runner will score. So a G4 RBI. Next up is Burleson with a 49 and a 0. And that's line and caught by Concepcion, L6. And it's next up is Cecil Cooper with the pitcher on deck. Pitch from Gullette, 34. And an 8, fly ball left field. And that retires the side. But they do pick up a run on a hit. And we go to the 6th, top of the 6th. Joe Morgan's going to be leading off. That's a 14, which will be a base on balls. Now, I'm not going to steal again because he did have 67 stolen bases. That's not one every game, so he's just going to hold. Here's bench. Pitch from Tiant to bench is a 90, and that's going to be a potential pickoff. No, it is a pickoff. It is an automatic pickoff, so it's 1-3. They pick off Morgan. 1 out. Bench again, 18, and that is a strikeout. 2 out. And here's Tony Perez with a 75, and that's going to be a defensive check. And a 0-0 will be a ball that's tapped right in front of the plate. The catcher bobbles it and rushes it, high throw, and he would have had him. And that's going to be an E2. E2. So Perez is on the catcher error, and here's George Foster. Pitch from Tiant with a 22 will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. All right. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And we move to the bottom of the 6th now. Bottom of the order, Tiant leads off. I'm going to try to get these guys to go the whole distance. If possible, a 51. DD can never happen. He has no DD numbers. So it can happen. So we go to the out. That's a strikeout. Dwight Evans is next with a 19, and that'll be a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Don Gullette. And it's Denny Doyle, who's been around a while, at 58, and that is a check swing blooper. No, that falls foul. Next pitch is outside, ball 4, so he walks. He walks on that 58. So Doyle is on. Doyle only stole 5 bases. Not a threat to steal. 2 outs, 1 on. Yastrzemski. Pitch from Gullette. 78. And that is a 1, which is popped up first base. No runs, no hits, 2 left. Actually, 1 left. We move to the top of the 7th. George Foster, actually it's Concepcion, leads off. Now, went 1, 2, 3. Gave up a run, that's 4. 6th inning, that's 10. So Tiant can still go. Here's the pitch. That's an 86. That's off Tiant's card. An 8 is a fly ball center field. Right there is Lynn, who really can pick it in center field, known for his defense. Next is Griffey, the lefty. Pitch. That's a 98, which will fall under a 1, which is popped up. Middle infield, second base, and shortstop come together. And it's a second baseman, Denny Doyle, who calls off Burleson. Here's Geronimo. Pitch from Tiant, a 99 with a 5, and that'll be a hard hit ball up the middle. And second baseman Doyle reaches it back on his feet, fires to first in time. 3 up, 3 down here at the top of the 7th. It's a 7th inning stretch. Go get your brewskis before they close up the concession. And it's Carlton Fisk against Don Gullette here in the bottom of the 7th. And it's a 10, and that's going to be a ground ball base hit. Hard hit grounder. Played by the outfielder, gets it in. And Fisk is on at first, and here's Fred Lynn. Pitched by Gullette with a 32 is going to be a defensive check. And it's a 0-4, and that's going to be a ball hit to the third baseman. That's booted. E5. So first and second now, and it brings up Petrocelli. Pitch to Petrocelli. Oh, a 0-3. That's all. It's a single base. All right, Fisk is going to come around to score. Going to third is Lynn. It's a single plus, so it's an RBI, and it's first and third now. As long as you just your average speed on those single pluses, you can move. And I am right. So Burleson is up. So now you got first and third. The score is 5-2, and the tying run is at the plate in Rick Burleson. Here's the pitch. They're going to play for the double play, and that's a deep drive, but he just over the 9, the 7 that he needs to have. So he loses the ballpark, but he still and he has no home runs. He still has triples and doubles. Let's see what he hits. And that's a 27. That's going to be a double. And 1 run will score, obviously. The other one will stop at third. So an RBI double for Rick Burleson. And Gullette's gone 6. And he's gone through the lineup twice. That's 8. And that's it. He's given up a run. That's 9. So Cooper's up next. Here's the pitch. And it's a 34, which will be an 8. That's going to be a fly ball left field with a runner on third. The runner is Petrocelli. So he has, I think, just average speed. Oh, no, he's very slow, so he's not going to score. Okay, so it's a fly ball to left. 1 out. Now, this is the question. The score is 5-3. Tiant is up. Tiant hasn't been pitching so well, so we are going to go and call on a pinch hitter for Tiant. Who are we going to call here? We want to get a Don Gullette is a righty, so we're going to get Juan Beniquez to pinch hit. Let me take a quick look here. Hold on a second. Just want to see who they were using as pinch hitters, just to get an idea. Yeah, they have Beniquez, so we're using Beniquez. That's what I was looking for. So here's Juan Beniquez. We're going to bring him up as a pinch hitter with 1 out and 2 on. And here's a pitch to Juan Beniquez, the right-hander. That's a 13, which will be a base hit. So that will score a run. And Burleson, there is only 1 out, so Burleson will be probably held up. He has average speed, and so he will probably be held up. Yep, he's going to be held up. Not even going to look. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's allowed 4. 1 more, and he's in trouble. Evans is up the top of the order against Don Gullette. The score now is 5-4. Cincinnati. Here's the pitch, and 90. That's going to be Let's see. Evans is up, and a 90 is going to be a pickoff. He picks off the lead runner 1-5 at third base. Is that the second pickoff? Or did the other player, the other team have a pickoff? I don't know. So he gets picked off 1-5 at third base, and that is 2 outs now. 2 outs. So Evans is still up. Here's a pitch, and that's a 0-7. It's a base hit. And that'll send Beniquez to third, so first and third now. And that brings up Doyle. Now, Gullette is 12. He's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and he's seen the lineup 3 times. That's 9. He's given up a run, and he's allowed 5 base runners in 1 inning. So, what was that? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. He's gone 5. Gone through the lineup 3 times. That's 8. Given up a run. That's 9. And 10. So he's still good. So we're going to let him pitch to Doyle. See if we can get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. And a 71 will be a defensive result again. Holy smoke. 79. 79 is going to be a fly ball left field. The left fielder is Foster. He's super good, and he'll run that down, and that ends the inning. But they do pick up 1, 2, 3 runs and come within 1 run now of the Reds, the big red machine, on 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Go to the top of the 8th inning. All right, so it's the top of the 8th inning, and it's going to be a pinch hitter. Cheney's coming in to pinch hit for the pitcher, Gullette. Let's find Cheney here. There he is, Darryl Cheney. Got a new pitcher for Boston. It's Drago. And here it is. 42 and a 3 is bounced to third. He's charging. Fires the first in time. G5. 1 away. Pete Rose now. And it's an 82, and a 2 will be a tapper right back to the mound. 2 away. Here's Joe Morgan. So Dick Drago is doing his job. And a 93 will be an 8, which is a fly ball to left, and that is the top of the 8th inning. So no runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Bourbon, a new pitcher, facing Yastrzemski here in Fenway. See if the Red Sox trail by 1. I'm going to use the pen because I can see it a little bit better. All right, here's the pitch from Bourbon to Yastrzemski, and that's a 52. That's going to be a deep drive. That 8 is too high, but we still may get something good out of it. A 70 is going to be a double down the line and into the corner. So Yastrzemski is on at second base with the tying run. So we're going to just pitch to Fisk. Here it is, and that's a 0-4. That's a deep drive. And this time it's a 0, and it's a 30. That ball is a deep drive and gone. Home run way back into left field. And the Red Sox have not disappointed. They've come back on a 2-run homer here in the bottom of the 8th by Carlton Fisk. And it's Fred Lynn is next. So Bourbon hasn't pitched 1 inning yet, so still good. A 22 is a strikeout. So Lynn strikes out. Next up is Petrocelli, steps in the box. Pedro Bourbon gets the sign from bench, and it's a 48 with a 0. That's line and caught by the second baseman, L4. And here's Burleson. Burleson today is 1 for 3. Flied out to right, lined out to short, and doubled. Was picked off third, by the way, but he also had an RBI. All right, so nobody on, 2 outs. And it's Rick Burleson against Pedro Borbon. Here it is. It's a 37, and that'll be a 6. Hard hit ball in the hole, long throw in time, and that retires the side. So the Red Sox take the lead with 2 big runs in the bottom of the 8th off the bat of Fisk. And that is 2 runs on 2 hits. And we go to the top of the 9th. Let's see what the big red machine can do. The score is 6-5. 6-5. Crazy. All right. All right, let's see who's up. Johnny Bench is up. Johnny Bench is up against Dick Drago. See what happens. Here is the pitch. The Reds trail by 1, and that's a 38, which will be a 1 popped up right side. First baseman's calling for it, and that's 1 away. George Foster's next. Perez or Foster? Perez is next. Oh, that was, wait a second. That was Bench. Okay, so Perez is up. Pitch from Drago, and that's going to be a 76, which would be a defensive check. And a 74 is a shortstop single range, shortstop range. Who's my shortstop? He's a 3, so that 76 or 74 is going to be a shortstop range. So he does not, knocks it down with his glove, but on at first with the tying run is Perez. Perez is fairly fleet of foot, so we're not going to make any changes right now. This is more like a demo game. Foster's up. 1 on, 1 out. Drago, the pitch. And that's a 26, which will be another defensive check. Holy smokes. And a 62, and this time it's going to go to the third baseman, who will scoop it up, goes to second for the force, and that will be all. So Petrocelli, let's look and take a quick peek at Petro. Yeah, he's a 3, so he will make that play, and that's 2 outs now. So there is a fielder's choice. On is Foster. He's on at first, 2 away, and here's Dave Concepcion. Drago gets the sign from Fisk. He's ready and deals. And that's a 48. A 9, that's a fly ball center field. Under it is Lynn. Squeezes it for the out, and the ball game is over, my friends. First game of the 75 World Series was some sort of game. Exciting till the end. But pulling it out are the Red Sox, 6-5. And how many hits? 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. And for the Red Sox, they had 1, 2, 3, 8, 10 hits. Errors. Where are the errors? I should have been writing those errors in already. I don't do paper anymore because an E2 there. There's 1 error on the Red Sox. And is there an error on the Reds? That's the question. Yes, third baseman. So each had an error. So it's 6-10-1 for the winning Red Sox here at Fenway. And for the Reds, it's 5-11-1. So you couldn't ask for a better game as a demo. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Tony Porter. Like and subscribe. Ask me all the questions you want. I'll be playing different seasons with Deep Drive, keeping it on my channel. And I will be introducing a new game eventually. Not right now. But that's about it. And a little bit of replay and APA and Stratomatic every so often. All right. Take care, guys.